Hello, YouTube viewers and PlayStation Network members. John Lemonhot here again on my 7th video that I'm basically making in one whole entire day. I just got done showing you, if you saw the last one, I got done showing my viewers, these books. And of course I showed a lot of pictures from this book, the Godzilla book. I'm just going to call it the Godzilla book because, you know, but those are like really awesome books that I basically showed you and talked about. The Resident Evil archives are really good. They're like, now I'm just gonna I'm gonna just talk about one particular series now because I was talking about Mega Man X series and stuff like that. And there is a book like the Mega Man. There is a book that's like this one, but let me see if I can. Oh, there it is. Ooh, I don't know if I still have them. I have like Street Fighter books too, artwork book. This book right here, it's just like this. It's just like the front cover of this, but it's like this. So if you can find that one, check it out. But I'm not talking. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about a certain. See, this is what sucks about not doing my videos of a script, but I should. But I basically prefer to keep it somewhat real. The game series I'm going to talk about is Resident Evil. Resident Evil started, I believe, in the 90s. It was for the PlayStation system. And of course, they had it for the Sega Saturn, and throughout the PlayStation series, I remember there was Resident Evil, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil Survivor. That's one game that you would not basically see on the PlayStation Network is Resident Evil Survivor. Why? Because if you basically have the Umbrella Chronicles basically is like a shooter. And you're playing a Resident Evil Survivor game, which is kind of like a shooter type game for the PlayStation system, like the original PlayStation, the first one, the very first PlayStation. And this is, this video is probably going to be posted before the PlayStation 4 comes out, which is coming out, I believe, the 15th, I think. And the 15th is when? Well, it's coming out November 15th, which is next Friday. Because this is, the video I'm basically making is November 9th. So this is going to be posted out before the PlayStation 4 comes out next Friday. So this is a big but there's probably going to be no more Resident Evil series because there's like a lot of talk about Resident Evil 7. Now when you basically make a Resident Evil series, you have to try to keep up with the story. Now when they came on to the GameCube, that's when the game, Capcom decided to figure out, this is something that Sony should have did with Capcom. They had a Resident Evil 0 game. If you have the archive book, you basically know what Resident Evil 0 is. It's like, I'm guessing it's the very first story of Resident Evil. It's when the other team members, which has Rebecca Chambers in it, and stuff like that, and then it leads into the mansion incident and stuff like that. When I played the first Resident Evil for the PlayStation, which is the director's cut, because it was really good, I played it. There are cheat codes for those who basically have certain witch codes where if you want to play the game and have unlimited ammo for a gun or something, there's a code. I just don't remember it. I had it. I had it. But Resident Evil Survivor is one game that you'll probably never see on the PlayStation Network. Why is that? I don't know. It's probably because maybe it had to, like it had to have the gun or something. I don't quite remember too much about Resident Evil Survivor, but it was a good game though. Because you basically see these monsters walking up to you, and you're like trying to avoid them, running around them, and it was like annoying, but it wasn't a bad game either. But the graphics, since it was like a game type kind of disc, and you're playing it as a first person shooter. The graphics way back then, before they really enhanced them up with the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 3 graphics, which is really awesome. But when they started putting Resident Evil games for the Nintendo Wii, and then they of course made the Umbrella Chronicles and the Umbrella Darkside Chronicles or whatever. That was really good. And then of course is when the storyline started changing, when Resident Evil 5 came out. Resident Evil 5 took place, I guess, after. Well, it took place after Resident Evil 4, where Leon escaped that island where everybody was injected with what was Plagas, meaning like a parasitic mixture of the virus of the T and G virus or whatever. I don't know. And it took place after that. Like Resident Evil 5 took place after Resident Evil 4, which I don't need to. Sorry about that. Oh. Ever had that? Oh, it's just the lighting. Sorry, I'm handing the damn chair for nothing. But Resident Evil 5 basically took place after Resident Evil 4, which I don't need to tell you big hardcore Resident Evil fans about. But this storyline for Resident Evil 5 was like really awesome, because I wasn't even expecting Albert Wesker to basically be in Resident Evil 5. Although I kind of predicted it, because he basically nearly escaped with his life in Resident Evil Code Veronica X. If you ever played that game, I had that game for PlayStation 2. And I beat that game with no codes. Hard as hell. But it was a really awesome game, though. I would probably get that for the PlayStation Network if I got the chance to retrieve my my Resident Evil Code Veronica X data from one of my memory cards. But the storyline changes with the Resident Evil series. It's a little bit like the movie series. Like, the movie series had the mansion and then all the other stuff, and that's it. I'm not saying that Resident Evil the movie is a bad movie. It's just that now, if you watched the last one, which was Retribution, and I know I'm shifting from the game to the movie now, but if you basically watch the storyline at the end of Resident Evil Retribution, I don't know if any of you viewers seen it, but check it out. But if you see that ending, you got to kind of think: is there going to be another Resident Evil movie series with those characters? I don't know, but if they do, it's going to probably be like an anniversary type of thing, where they're going to probably have the. Now, I'm not saying this is eventually going to happen. I mean, I haven't seen any hype on Resident Evil 7 game, but if they do come out with Resident Evil 7, it's going to probably be for Wii U, or probably for Xbox 360, or for PlayStation 4, where it could be played on PlayStation 4, which you'll have to have a membership to buy it. I don't know. Because nowadays, the games are basically being digitized, where you can only play them on the system and no longer the discs. And that kind of kills the gaming companies. Because disc forms are basically easier, because you can't buy a ton of games and expect to have it all on one little system. No. It'd be like me saying I kind of wish that Nintendo had a super system where every Nintendo game could basically be played on that one console. Big screw up news is nowadays games have been being digitized into data where you could basically play it on your systems. You could play it on your computer probably, and it's just taking it's taking gaming to the next level. Instead of playing it on a console, you're going to be playing it on a PC or on another system, or having it stored on a system. Now, having it stored on the system is really a bad idea because it takes up a lot of data, depending on how many gigabytes it holds on one little disk. But it's like really bad, to basically get digitized games from like an online gaming store. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna be on the level. I have some Nintendo games, regular Nintendo games, Super Nintendo games, some Genesis games on this one, which goes, and plus along with downloadable games that I downloaded from this awesome website, which I would post down there, but I'm not promoting the website, because I'm not getting paid for telling people to go to it. I'm gonna have to cut this video short, but if you basically are a big Resident Evil fan, and if you have a PlayStation 1 system like the original, get Resident Evil Survivor and check it out for yourself and see if you like that game. Until next time, gamers and YouTube viewers and PlayStation Network members, this is John 11 Hot saying, game on, dudes.